Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Today our group will present about importance of COVID-19 rapid antigen test. Our group member consists of me, Amy Shakini binti Mustafa, and then we have Spencer Gani anak Andrew, Nur Khatijah binti Abdullah, Nur Aminah Izzati binti Supardi, Muhammad Khairul Ikmal bin Yahya, Nur Ifah binti Abdul Rahim, Eden Jeremy anak Sunang, and the last one is Nurin Nabihah binti Nur Azman. Okay, next slide. Our presentation today, we have a main introduction and then introduction about importance of COVID-19 rapid antigen test, and then the third one we have methods, and then result, and the last one is conclusion. Next slide. Next, I will pass to my fellow friends.
Okay, for main introduction, this is symptoms starting at Wuhan, China on 7 January 2020. One of two reasons doing testing for SARS-CoV-2 is to see if it is present. Diagnostic testing is normally performed in a well-controlled clinical testing. Second, testing may be used to detect infected person in a population. Many countries have introduced population scale testing to track viral transmission and reduce it. These two types of testing have different needs and goals. A test that is good for clinical diagnosis may not be good for population scale screening. That's all for me. I will pass to the next person. Thank you.
The introduction for our topic. COVID-19 diagnostics are classified into two types: virus testing, also known as diagnostic test and antibody test. Viral diagnostics such as molecular testing for viral RNA and antigen test for viral protein identify individuals who are actively infected, whereas antibody tests are serological tests that reflect prior infection. The gold standard for SARS-CoV-2 virus assays, real-time reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction, real-time RT-PCR, is an in vitro diagnostics (IVDs), in which a sample is typically acquired using a nose swab. I will pass to the next presenter.
Alright, thank you to Nurin. I would like to explain about our methodology. Next. Next. In this method, we are referring to three different articles, which is first article is organizing football match with expectation during the COVID-19 pandemic. What we can learn from the Ahmed Club football final of Qatar 2020. A call for action. They have implemented multiple ways to screen the audience in order to execute the SARS-CoV-2 quick antigen test, as well as limiting the audience capacity from 40,000 to 20,000 individual. Next. Second article is performance validation of COVID-19, self-conduct buccal and nasal swab article antigen diagnosis kit using 5 approaches based on the methodology investigation. Step is first, they use a research design and setting. Number 2 is patient requiting. Number 3 is clinical sample collection. 4 is buccal nasal protect article antigen self-test, and the last is statistical analysis. Next, I will pass to my partner.
Thank you. I will continue our presentation today. For the article is we are referring to a clinical evaluation of SOFIA rapid antigen assay for detection of several acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2 among emergency department to hospital admission, where it has 8 steps. The first one is setting and patient, and the second one is the clinical practice and infection prevention measure throughout the trial duration. And the third one is the sample collection and testing. The fourth one is SARS-CoV RT-PCR assay. And the fifth one is Sophia SARS Fast Antigen FIA. And the sixth one is patient placement. And the seventh one is turnaround time. The last one is outcome measure and statistically analysis. And I will pass to our next presenter to continue our presentation.
Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. I will start the presentation, which is result. Firstly, the research from organizing football match with spectator during the COVID-19 pandemic. The test used in Qatar prior to the event was a rapid antigen assay kit. Seems like the result from the RDT will only take around 15 to 30 minutes before it ready accessible to collect any sample of data depending of the size of those spectator itself that's been swabbed at specific time point. Based on the data collected, the results show significant amount the sensitivity up to 96.52% and specificity of 99%. Next, I
Okay, thank you,
will
Carol.
I will pass to Aiden Jeremy.
Okay, thank you, Carol, for the explanation. For the next research is about clinical evaluation of Sophia rapid antigen assay for detection of severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, also known as SARS-CoV-2, among emergency department to hospital admission. Based on the data, about 2,887 individuals were participated in this research. 235 patients of them were tested about positive on the RT-PCR result. About 230 individuals were tested positive by using RDT, Sophia Rapid Antigen Assay. Sensitivity and specificity between RDT and RT-PCR shows that about 97.9% match according to the results. Next. This is the actual result based on the research that we collected. Next. Okay, from the results, nucleocapsid protein, also known as nucleoprotein, spike protein, membrane protein, and envelope protein are structural SARS-CoV-2 proteins that can be identified. So rapid antigen detection for this virus are closely accurate to RT-PCR result itself. Based on the data collected, the results show significantly amount of sensitivity up to 96.52% and specificity of 99.68%. The huge extra advantage of the result being readily accessible within 15 to 30 minutes after swabbing, depending on the number of spectators swabbed at a given time point. Table 1 shows the baseline demographic of study participants who tested positive or negative for SARS-CoV-2 using the buccal nasal prodetect. Next. So this is the result based on the research number 2. Okay, next. I will pass to the next presenter for conclusion explanation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Eden. So I will explain about conclusions. Okay, next. So the conclusion for this presentation is, first is COVID-19 increased, then the demand for rapid antigen tests is also increased. The next one is, find ways to combat the spread of the virus by developing a future. So this refers to the clinicals and scientists. The next one is COVID-19 inspection test does not cost a lot of money, so many people can buy this RTK antigen kit. Then the result is only take 15 minutes period for receiving the result. And the last one is RTK antigen is receiving a positive feedback from all the users. So here we can know that RTK antigen test kit is very useful for all people around the world. So thank you. That's all from me.
Alright, that's all from our group. Thank you and we'll meet again. Assalamualaikum.